Hey guys, happy 15th week of 2021. Throughout the history of man, there have been many major events and disruptions. However, are you ready to get surprised? The biggest disruption is happening as we speak. If you're watching this video, you must know or at least heard of Elon Musk. Building rockets that land in the middle of the ocean on a drone ship, to making 100% electric cars that school fossil fuel cars in every aspect, sending over 42,000 satellites in space to provide fast and reliable internet to the whole planet, even in most remote areas, to developing softwares like the FSD or the full self-driving that will revolutionize the transport system, and a lot more. These are happening right now. In this video, we will be talking about how very well Elon Musk could be the biggest disruptor in human history. Welcome back guys, Mansoor here with you and you're watching Positive Every Day. Before we jump into our video, I do want to mention that these videos take a lot of time to create, so please support us by subscribing to this channel, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Currently we have 17 subscribers on this channel and we're on the way to the first 1000, so it would be amazing to have you among the first 1000 subscribers on this channel. Even though there are a lot of disruptions happening right now, there are many reasons why a lot of us can't see any of these happening. The first one is we're currently living in the middle of a disruption. A lot of us don't know how it feels to be in the middle of it, even though some of us might have lived through a disruption. If you're 3 to 4 decades old or over, then you might remember in order to call someone, you had to use the wired telephones. The hardwired telephone technology was first patented in the year 1876. People born, grew up and died knowing nothing but the wired telephones in their homes. This was the dominant technology for over 100 years. Then in the early 1990s came the wireless phones, and it was a turning point. Now people could walk around the house and talk on the phone. They could even go outside and still talk on the phone, and they were no longer glued to the wall. Then in late 1990s came the first mobile phones. They were big, they were heavy and expensive, but it was there. You could go anywhere and still talk to anyone on the phone. Of course, not everyone had it at that point, but in early 2000s most of us did, and by then they were smaller, cheaper and more improved. Even though they were not smartphones yet, but it was there and it disrupted the old landline phones. A disruption doesn't necessarily replace the old technology entirely. We still have the wired telephones today, but it does push the majority to shift to the new technology, leaving the old ones on the shelf tops to collect dust. Another problem that we have is that seeing all the disruptions that Elon is making happen is that most people don't see anything happening. You might have seen the rockets landing in the middle of the ocean on a drone ship, you might have seen Tesla's electric cars on the road, or Elon sending hundreds of satellites in space, but these doesn't affect our everyday life. So what are all these disruptions that we're talking about? Well, going back to the cell phone analogy, when you first started to notice those expensive cell phones that all the rich people and celebrities were using, it didn't affect your life. You still had to use the landline telephones in order to call someone, but your life was about to be affected. A few years later, you would get one. Your life was about to be disrupted, however, you just didn't know it yet. Another reason that people are not engaging or not following with the disruption is because it's strange. Like letting the car drive itself with the FSD or the full self-driving, or even the cars are using battery instead of fossil fuel. People don't really like change, unknown or strange. That's why they hesitate. And to be honest, staying away from the strange has been the safest option for people for a long time. Like if there is a strange fruit, I don't want to eat it because it's strange, I don't know about it and it could be dangerous for me. And this has protected humans for a millennia. However, that is not always the case. For example, there are hundreds of companies that face their ultimate fate by staying away from the strange. In our upcoming videos, we'll be talking about all the disruptions that Elon Musk is bringing us and how he could be the biggest disruptor in human history. So if you already haven't, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss on all the amazing infographic contents that we have plans for. On the other hand, if you have any ideas for future contents that you want us to research and create videos on, let us know in the comments below. I go through all the comments. I appreciate you following us and watching the video. Remember, you're amazing, be positive every day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.